Hello YouTubers, it is of course I, Trollface the Man, and welcome back to another video. Now a lot's been going on in my life. I realize that I haven't made a video in a little while here, a hot minute. But yeah, like I said, there's been a lot going on, including me losing 20 pounds in fat. I have been trying to make, in general, better life choices, including dieting and regular exercising, working on my muscles, and just in general trying to live a healthier life. But that's something for another time. Also, I did suffer a rather nasty tailbone injury lately that has been making some things not so great, including sitting for long terms. So yeah, editing and stuff like that, not so fun. But what I have here, I wanted to at least put out some type of video, and what I have here is something that I thought was very, very cool. It is a rainbow sun catcher, as it's called, by a company called Rainbow Symphony. This, by the way, if you do think this product's cool when you get a chance to see it demonstrated, I will have a product link in the description below. They'll take you right to the Amazon page for this product, and if you buy anything using that link, the channel will get a small kickback from it as a referral to the sale. Nothing will cost anything more to you though. It's very much appreciated if you feel so inclined. So what this is a rainbow sun catcher is what it's called, and I never really seen this before up to about last year. And what happens is that if you put it in the window and the sun hits it and goes through it, it casts, supposedly based off of the pictures on the Amazon page, these amazing rainbows that can span these huge distances and just look very, very awesome. A little bit too awesome. Was my thinking, but the price being only $5, I decided, you know, I'll give it a shot. And the honest truth is that they work as good as they appear to work on the Amazon page. They do cast these like amazing rainbows that are just very, very cool to look at. That do span these huge distances. Now, I've been on a really big rainbow and light kick recently. I do plan to do a few different videos on the topic, including like light theory, some light theory stuff, more interesting stuff, and why, you know, certain things like prisms don't work good with flashlights, and these questions that I have had before that I had to basically figure out myself because there's not a lot of information on it. But it is a very fascinating topic. So anyways, they have a couple of different variants. This one just has a sort of circular, what would they call that, a star, almost starburst pattern. This one is just sort of like a fractured pattern, and then there's another one that is currently in my window that has like a bunch of different swirls. The way that they cast rainbows isn't too drastically different, I don't feel, but there is some difference to it. Now I just want to show you. It's not so great right now because the sun's almost setting, but I'm going to turn the camera here. Let me see, how do I turn the camera? Just rotate it, I guess. You can see over there that I do have some rainbows being cast on the wall. There is the sun catcher in the window. Have to really crank down the exposure. You can see the block of sun where the sun catcher is right there, and the discoloration on the door from where the sun catcher has split the light in that area, which just makes it look dim. But the sun catcher is actually right here in the window. So I'm going to just brighten that back up. The rainbows are actually quite, let me see. The rainbows are actually quite bright and very cool. I'll show some footage and some pictures I've taken with the light at a better time, because the more direct the sunlight is and the better it is, the better it works. On cloudy days it doesn't work because you have too diffused light. It needs, once again, very linear light, which brings into the point that if you try and use something like a flashlight with this stuff, it does make rainbows, but it doesn't make great rainbows. And the reason is because, like you see here, if I have the flashlight really close, let me just, I'm gonna dim this down a bit. If I have the flashlight really close, you just kind of get like this smudge. But if I move the flashlight farther away, you start getting those clear rainbows again versus, once again, very close. And that's just because of the way that this works with splitting the light. The straighter the light lines that hit the whatever medium is being used to split the light, the clearer the rainbows are, because they don't like crisscross and different things. Once again, something I plan to talk about in the future. But yeah, I got these. I was very satisfied with them. I have enjoyed having a chance to go ahead and to observe them, and it's just something that when people see it too, they think that it's pretty cool, because once again, it does make these awesome looking rainbows. I did end up giving one to my sister, and she's put it in her kitchen window. She likes it too. These ones just have like a little suction cup on them that you can just stick right onto the window. I wish they had some like not so flowery designs. Like this wizard one is a little bit more interesting, but I mean, it's definitely more targeted toward, like, I would probably say more feminine and more children, like childish stuff, or phantasmal fantasy, whatever. I think as a guy though, I do think that this is still pretty cool, and it would just be nice to have like maybe just a little simpler design, like just a regular cutout or a ring or something like that, versus like this kind of stuff that might, if you appreciate rainbows but you also think that this might be a little bit much in your window, I would like to see a simpler design by the company. But anyways, like I said, I thought is very cool. I thought it was something worth looking at. And once again, if you did want to pick up one of these on your own, there is the Amazon link that supports the channel in the description below. And I'd appreciate it if you would be willing to use that if you do end up buying one of these. Or multiple, like me. I bought 3, and then I got an extra one because of an issue. The company was actually very good about it, though. They replaced one that had a problem, and I ended up giving that one to my sister because the problem wasn't that it couldn't be used anymore. It was just a problem, and yeah, they were very good about it. They contacted me back pretty much right away, and I think that they're a pretty cool company, and I've gotten some other interesting stuff from them too that I plan to cover at a later date. So anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope that you enjoy the video. I hope that if you do decide to pick up one of these things, you find them very enjoyable. Like I said, they are just overall, I think, very cool to me. And it's a very interesting product that I've not seen before, and you would think that it would be more common, because it's relatively cheap. It has a very cool effect, and I just think overall is fairly enjoyable. If you guys enjoy the video, please remember to hit that like button, to subscribe if you haven't already, and to drop me a comment. And yeah, I apologize for not doing more stuff lately. But yeah, thank you guys very much, and bye. Also, keep in mind too, I am selling t-shirts now, that if you buy those, they do support the channel. So if anyone's interested in those, they're not too bad looking, I think. It's a design I actually did myself. Just something more simplistic, but I think is stylish enough to wear around. So yeah, bye. Do I look fabulous?